All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I'm istherenoonelse, and in today's video, we're going to talk about Syrabane's Ward. Now, Syrabane's Ward is a new item set available in Update 36. It is a mythic item waste piece, and it is as follows. You cannot move while bracing or blocking. While bracing, you create a 12-meter zone of protection. Allies within the zone increase their block mitigation by 30% and their health recovery by 950. Now, as we know, health recovery isn't as important in PvP anymore. It's not nothing, but reducing mitigation via block by 30% is not nothing for your allies. Now, I know people are justifiably going to say, you know, you already mitigate so much when you're blocking. 30% of a small amount isn't a ton, but even then, like in the past, when people want to be tanky, they slot defensive posture for the reduced block cost and the mitigation, and there is a noticeable difference in the amount of damage you can block when you have defensive posture slotted. At least I noticed quite a substantial difference. And defensive posture is only 10%. That skill is only 10% mitigation while blocking. This is 30%, so this is substantially more. Now, you don't get it yourself while you're wearing it, your allies get it. And so this is what we were testing here. We were testing Syrabane's Ward to see if two people wore it, would I get nices? Like if I stood in nice ESO circle, would I get it? If he stood in mine, would he get it while wearing it? And so we're testing the animation here. Honestly, we're just tap blocking, being annoying. People are going to use this in this way. And so in my opinion, the animation is a little much for PvP. Being able to tap block and just constantly activate this animation is going to be annoying for allies, in my opinion. But yeah, the 30% mitigation thing is pretty interesting because this allows, you know, they're making improvements to the frost staff, for instance, and it would allow, although frost staff doesn't mitigate as much damage, especially to ranged projectiles, you'd be able to block more. It allows you to go with a more full damage spec because you'll be able to mitigate so much more damage while blocking. And so it's pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting set. We decided to put it through its paces. You can take each other's bonuses. Like I said, if I wear it, I can give the bonus to Nice. If Nice wears it, he gives the bonus to me. If we both wear it, we give the bonus to each other. And so that's what we're testing here. And then this is just me showing defensive stance and everything. And we tested how it works on floors. And so you can get the buff if you're one floor above or below somebody wearing this set. And so in an ideal situation, you know, if somebody's wearing this mythic and you're fighting in a tower, if they're on the second floor and you're kiting around, you basically get the buff on the third floor, the second floor, or the first floor. And that's what some of this testing will be. You guys will see it in the future here. And we're just checking to see if we get the buffs in different spots. And so overall, my thoughts on this mythic, it's not a bad idea. I want to say that. I want to say that it's not a bad idea to, you know, have more mythics for tanks, and I think I think it's good that in an MMO there are buffs that tankier individuals can provide. I think that's a good thing. I think it's good in an MMO that there's buffs that healers can provide, that damage dealers can provide, even in PvP. I think that it's good that these roles are spread out. My concern, though, is the current state of PvP is a little bit more tanky, and you are then introducing a mythic that allows people to be even more tanky. And so that would be my concern. That would be my biggest concern with this mythic in general, is just the state of PvP overall as a whole, and then introducing this set. It would be like, you know, Update 34, you know, or High Isle, when, you know, damage was at an all-time high with Oakensoul and everything. If they didn't change Oakensoul and they buffed spammables by like 30%, you know, you'd be like, damage is already high enough. You know, you buff snipe by 50% or whatever. Buff in cap by 50%, even though like that's the point is in the current state of the game, I think this is not a good item set for the direction of where PvP is going. I don't know how popular it's going to be. I would assume that, you know, because there is no good tank mythic for tanks, they would take advantage of this, because why wouldn't you? Like in all seriousness, like why wouldn't you try to take advantage of this if you're running in a group and you can, you know, reduce other allies block mitigation, increase their health recover by 450. So here's where we're testing, like if you get it on different floors and whatnot. And we didn't get it. He didn't get the buff from here. So I took a few farther steps down. We go into a tower and all that. So yeah. So that would be my one issue with this mythic is just it's already a tankier patch for quite a few classes. So introducing a tankier mythic is just not a good for the state of the game. Also, on top of that, there are lots of battlegrounds. There are a lot of battlegrounds modes that benefit being very, very tanky. You look at Chaos Ball, you look at Domination, you look at Crazy King. A lot of people, especially during weekend events, are already building tanky. If you watch my video from a couple weeks ago talking about the Battleground event, people were building extremely tanky, and that will continue to happen. And now you're going to introduce a mythic that will allow them to be even more tanky. And so on the plus side, an introduction to this mythic will highlight, how bad some of these current battlegrounds modes are in their current construction, and hopefully some changes will happen because of that. We'll keep doing videos talking about it and everything, but at the same time, in the short term, I don't see it being very good for PvP. And so that's my point of view. Obviously some people are going to disagree and everything, and that's more than fine. We all like our own different things, but PvP, it should be hard to build in mitigation and survival, and with current mechanics and defensive sets that already exist, it's not so much the case, and then you're adding on top of it. So that's my point of view. But yeah, what I would like to see, personally, tanks getting offensive bonuses. I'd like to see them provide an offensive bonus. So like if you hold block and you can hold an area, it would be interesting to see if you get % stacks of like damage done, So like if you hold an area and you hold block in an area in that circle, you get a 1% increase in damage done every 3 seconds, up to 10%. And so because you're holding your ground and you're holding your area, you're rallying your troops and they're doing up to 10% more damage in the area. And so you're providing an offensive buff for being tanky and providing, being able to stay in an area and hold block or however you want to put it. You're giving your offensive group a chance to dish out more damage. Something like that. I'm not saying that that's the best thing to do or anything like that, but I would like to see offensive buffs, offensive capabilities for tanks. If that's just my opinion. I know it's whatever, but yeah. Healers provide offensive buffs, so it'd be cool to see some tank offensive buffs. So yeah, that's my opinion. I'm gonna stop talking about it here. Will this be used a ton? I don't think so. In general, I mean, tankier individuals will just be tankier. So I mean, that's what it is. But yeah, you let me know what you think. I let you know what I thought. Yeah. Obviously, I could be wrong. And so I'd like to hear your thoughts as well. And I'm inclined to change my opinion. And so I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts as well. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. That's going to be the end of me talking about this. If you guys enjoyed it, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. I will be doing other gear set reviews this week. And yeah, get your information before the new patch comes out. So take care, guys. Have a nice day.